channel. Here you will find that I play a variety of games from the Intellivision, ColecoVision, Genesis, Xbox Series X, and much more. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Corporate Gamer broadcast. I am your host, Corporate Gamer, and tonight we are going to be continuing with Deus Ex. I know I haven't streamed very recently, much recently, and also I apologize for the feedback loop. I forgot to put mute on my stream, so that came through, but I apologize for that. But hope that you guys have had a great weekend so far. I have not streamed much this week because, well, since last weekend, I was a business trip, so I couldn't, and I came back on Thursday, and then Friday I was just beat, so I decided, let's do this thing, and I really did want to stream last night, but yeah, I sat on the couch unfortunately, and that was a bad move. So now I am in at home and I can stream again, and I've been itching to stream. And there's actually quite a few games that came out or that are coming out that I really really want to play. So it gives me incentive to actually finish Mankind Divided. There must have been an update because it didn't continue the game. Boom. Story. Load game. Latest one. Yep. So if I remember correctly, the last time I did anything, I went to get the it's the thing that's gonna make all my circuits work perfectly fine. I don't have to choose between different augments. Um, yeah, and I kind of fucked this story up a bit. Like I didn't want to go guns all blazing, but apparently had no choice. Okay, that's a thing, apparently. Yeah, whatever. I could have taken everybody down easier, but that's funny that I'm here and it still says entering restricted zone. What's here? I passed through here, didn't I? This is how I got, yeah, this is how I got to the thing. Yeah, that's how I got there. Okay. Okay. I guess I will go this way. We will go up, up, up and away. Alright. Surprisingly, in Montreal today, it was really cold for a summer thing. Yeah, let me save.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Did I read this? I don't remember. No, looks brand new. Alright, terrorist bomb Ruzicka train station, Prague. A series of coordinated bomb blasts tore through Ruzicka station yesterday morning, killing dozens of travelers and renewing fears of large-scale terrorist mayhem against the city. Rail travel to Prague is being rerouted while forensic investigators comb the debris for answers. This morning it remained unclear who is responsible, but given the two similar bombings, targeted lawmakers and destroyed a police precinct earlier in the year, this latest attack suggests that augmented terrorists upset over Prague's model on augmentation licensing and relocation programs may be responsible. Obviously, the world is watching Prague, state spokesperson Alexei Volner told reporters, and that is why we are working hard to bring this wave of augmented terror to an end. Even with Interpol aiding in our investigation, I am confident our people can bring swift justice to the responsible. Hackers publish stolen emails. What? Well, that sounds very on point. Claiming to have proved that the International Monetary Fund holds the poorest countries at economic gunpoint on behalf of the world's elite. I think I read this one already. Juggernaut Collective hackers released dozens of emails stolen during last month's cyber attack. Many of the emails we read, however, seem to be reminders to keep staff refrigerators clean. That's hilarious. That is in the hilarious department. Okay. Did not realize. Sure. Actually, speaking of which, what does my inventory look like? Multi-tools are freaking useful, man. Alright, I have the full inventory. Awesome. Okay, so before we go into that one... Oh. 6446. Hey, I have Praxis points. Yay. Alcohol, tactical weapon. What's here? Oh. Credit chip. Sure. I love credit chips. Sure, give me everything. Give me everything you got, bruh. Alright. Oh shit.
451 were killed when an augmented passenger broke into the plane's cockpit and ruthlessly butchered its flight crew. Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the incident.
Shut up, bruh. Costacci.
Hey, you. We got multi-tools for sale inside.
Is that an Xbox controller? Yeah, it is.
Over here, friend. I have what you need.
Nah, I'm pretty sure you're good. Where is this?
The shopkeeper was late on his protection payments, so my client beat him to death with a baseball bat.
Oh, it's...
Stop. Identification. You are going to die.
I love how there's techno in the middle of the day. No, I don't want to go to T4. That is not where I want to go. But... didn't I collect the... Don't I have to go back to see, so-and-so? At his library? Where is the map? That's fine. Pedestrian bridge. Police, tour center. Auto reply, market square. This is where I live. It's an alarm. TF-29. Where is... That's the metro. Apartment. Oh, that's my apartment. Okay. Metro. Give me a second. All right. This is an it is used to help tune augmentation, adjust how the brain activates and interacts with them. Yeah, so I have to go back. Upload poster, yeah, whatever. So, how do I... Hey, real life! Been a while. How you doing, buddy? What's new? I'm streaming for the first time. Well, I'm streaming this again because I really wanted to play it.
What today?
Yeah, I have to go back. This is a different part. I have to go back to this TF249. I want to go to the metro. So I have to go. Man, I haven't seen you. I don't even know. Have you been streaming? Because I haven't seen an alert from you in quite a while. That music. Can you not mark it? Apparently you can't. Yeah, it's... to be fair, I haven't really streamed regularly since my kid was born, really.
What is this?
There's times where I do stream a little bit more, but there's the majority of the time I'm not streaming that much, that often, so like this is the first time in a week. I was on a business trip, came back.
Here comes another one.
You can't leave here? No, you must have you away. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Good. Where was the fucking... I don't remember where the hell the thing was. Where am I? I'm here now. So let's go here. That is not what I wanted to do. So yeah. By the way, on the Series X, this game has like no loading times. I'm not saying the one on the Windows one didn't have any, and I'm sure the load times are a lot faster on PC. But on the Series X, holy crap, this used to be at least a good 2 minutes. It's not even 30 seconds now. It's fantastic.
God, это ведь стройно.
No, it's...
Listens to that garbage.
So, okay.
Nice look.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to go. So where is the library? Pretty sure...
Not much going on.
Let's get some extra points. You know, it took me like a couple of playthroughs to realize like you can actually search people's cars. It's amazing. No, it's this. No, it's not that. It's this. Okay, save.
Quality. A police sergeant verified them for me. He said they were perfect.
Thanks. You don't know what I told you.
This is 24.
Damn bowlers.
So I'm back to where I started? Did I literally take the same metro to back to where I started?
Yeah, nic ne vidí.
Well, that kind of sucks.
Ničo nemá.
I just hope when it's over, he'll leave her alone.
Yeah, I did, actually.
Don't do anything stupid.
No.
Nice look. Nice look.
What?
What the fuck? I seriously thought where I was on a map, that standing was where... Yes. Yeah, so I'm here. So didn't I travel here? Yes. Okay, did I miss something? Did I miss something? Booty, 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 booty. Booty, 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 booty. So what have you been busy with if you're still here? lately? Real life? Just work in general, or because I know you bought a house recently, or you moved like recently, about a year ago.
Clank. Child, if she thinks she can get away with that, well.
Yeah. So now I'm here.
You would rather listen to that mouthpiece on Picus?
Okay. So now where do I go? I already came here. I already did this.
Used to be a beautiful city.
Surprise! Oh, this is open. Well, that's unique. There's an elevator here.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access denied.
Fucking cooldown. God damn it. Come on. So what is here? Rositska augmented platform crumbles. Mass privatization soon led to an economic boom, which in turn led to subsequent tax breaks for augmented workers needed to help build the new infrastructure. There were a few voices of dissent occasionally. Non-augmented citizens accused the government of catering to corporate interests over national ones, or attempted to demonstrate against the fast-tracking of visas and work permits for foreign augmented workers. But for the most part, the Czech people embraced the reforms wholeheartedly. So much so that in the mid-2020s, Prague had a moderate population of Augs and had become a hub for many migrant workers traveling through the EU nations and Eastern Europe. No one would have predicted what would happen in 2027. With so many resident augmented workers, the Aug incident struck the Republic particularly hard. Rositska herself was one of the victims of the tragic event when the president's augmented bodyguard lost control and crashed her limousine into the waters of the Vltava River, where they both drowned. I'll take that credit chip every day of the week. Anything else worth? Oh, there's a thing here. Breach software. Alright, let's see where this leads. What the fuck is this place? Oh, I remember what this is. There's a mission here. Like literally right above. But this is not what I wanted, though. Hope that you guys are having a wonderful week. Thank you for spending time on my channel, which I haven't used very often, so I haven't really been see, that's Rositska. Where the fuck did I start? That, let me go there. I'm on the Deus Ex subreddit, and a lot of people are playing the original again, and I'm tempted. I played the original 4 years ago now, I think. Okay, so what's the point of being here? Okay. That's all good. It's all good, kind sir. Answer when you can.
I can't deal with this.
You can't deal with this. Minga, bro.
Sir, there's a
I don't think I've ever been here. Oh, yeah. No, this one I've been. Yeah, okay, so this is where...
Did you say the interest rate
This
was?
is where I was.
Wonderful.
Okay. Gotcha. Alright.
Move along,
Hang on. Nobody seems to care that I have a gun in my... There were the two drug dealers that were here, and I don't remember where they are now.
This is no way to live.
Oh, wow. This place is open.
Know what you think. This is Eliza Cassan, reporting to you live from Picus. Picus News, the global leader in fair, unbiased.
Radko Perry bursts onto local political scene. The following is a transcript of a speech Radko Perry gave last week as he opens his campaign for head secretary to the Office of the Regional Inspector of Municipal Affairs. Well, that's a fucking mouthful. A big title for a man with even bigger political aspirations. We mustn't fool ourselves, friends. I expect a difficult campaign. You can bet the elite liberal media will be hell-bent on attacking my character. Crowd boos elite liberal media. It probably has something to do with my unflinching resolve to finally rid our fair city of every last mechanical abomination, to resolve once and for all Prague's AUG problem. Crowd cheers. My competitors will argue that the AUG question doesn't technically fall under the domain of the head secretary to the Office of the Regional Inspector of Municipal Affairs. They will tell you they must wait for the UN. Radko bangs podium and crowd cheers. I, Radko Maximilian Perry, will not wait for the UN. And AUG is a disgusting mongrel, an affront to all that is wholesome and human. Worse, it is a walking bomb waiting to go off in front of our wives and children. If your elected officials are telling you that something of much magnitude isn't their problem, you must demand better elected officials. I think I'm going to have to turn on my light at some point to make it a bit easier to see. Oh crap, I turned it off. There we go. Should be a bit better later on. I, Radko Maximilian Bell, Mongrel, worse at his mom. If your elected officials are telling you, you mustn't demand better elected officials. You must demand Radko Maximilian Perry. Radko drops microphone and crowd erupts. It's official. Radko Perry is running for the position of head secretary, the primary function of which is to inspect the city's sewage and waterworks, and he's doing it on an anti-AUG platform. And if early polls are to be believed, his strategy is working. That sounds just about right, to be honest. No, I read this already. Oh, there's a... Oh, safe. Where is the safe open? Oh, terminal use.
Access granted.
Nice. Why were people shooting at me? Because I'm a threat? The fuck?
No hostile activity detected. Investigation mode is active. Execution mode activated.
Come on. Okay, so... Well, I fucked that over. And I didn't save. Fuck! Son of a horse's butt.
Suppression mode activated. No hostile activity detected. Investigation mode is active.
Fucking out of shape! Leave me alone! Go away!
Do I have to wait this whole fucking time? The door was open.
I'm fine here. I think.
Come on.
Scanner reports no hostile activity. Maintaining search and execute.
Just a little further.
Okay. Well, that seems very kinky. Not much light in here, though. Ratko Perry, 100% Odani, 100% Klovek. I don't know what that means, but okay. Is there anything around there? Okay, well, let's see what's around here. There's a credit chip, which is always good. Okay. Where is the thing? Okay, so it's there.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
All right, early polls from Veracek at tmail.mail to radforprez to tmail.mail. People are responding very favorably to the anti-AUG message. More importantly, 78% of the people we asked had no idea what the actual function of a head secretary is. The strategy moving forward must stay the same. No matter what the question, your answer must drive home a single message. Ratko Perry doesn't like AUGs. All that matters here is branding. We associate the name Ratko Perry with anti-AUG, and you can run for whatever position you want. M. Voracek. Printing Services, Robin Johannes to Ratko Perry. Dear Mr. Perry, I would like to meet to discuss the printing of a short educational tract based on the upcoming book, the book. The pamphlet would be meant for local distribution and would be sold at a small cost to cover for printing expenses. The subject of the pamphlet, an examination of what brought about the current and prevalent anti-augmentation mindset of a general population, including government regulation and how it is based on erroneous data resulting from historical bias, and also excluding the historical context and significance of the augmented population. I do understand that your current political position is strongly anti-augmentation, but I do hope that this is as a businessman, you will see the educational worth of such a pamphlet for everyone. People need to see all sides of an issue to make informed decisions, don't you think? Robin Johannes. Okay. There's nothing behind that. There's nothing behind that. There's really no reason, except for this vent cover, which I don't know where it leads. I'm assuming it does lead somewhere. Does it lead the other way? No. Hey, I'm right here. Okay. Let's go see this, my buddy. See if he can help me. I don't remember where he is, but I didn't even realize this was here. What the fuck is this shit? What the fuck is this place? Yeah, right, that. Fuck, I never even realized there was a fucking thing over here. Oh well, that's new. Yeah, so that doesn't really help me, but at least I found some crafting parts, which is good. Where is the open area? So where the fuck? There we go. That's where I came in. Where's this lead? This leads to another part of it. Alright. And that leads to the front of the phones. Okay. Alright. There was a book somewhere. I read that one already. Alright. Hey, I missed this first time around. Crafting pots for the win. Alright, so... let's see who or what will be able to do anything for me. Why I can't use some of my... I guess it's a defense mechanism, I guess? I don't know. Is he here? Propazine, which is good. Is he not here? Come on, buddy. Where the fuck are you? I read this one already. Oh man, he's not here. Can I just not call? Can I just call him? I don't remember if it actually... I don't remember where you install the actual... inventory. No, that's not it. Okay. Story items. Neuroplasticity calibrator. Neuroplasticity calibrator. Okay. You have to wait for him to call you. Sounds good. I guess we're going to TF-29. TF-29 for the win. Yeah, I remember making this comment the first time I was here. This looks like strangely like CLR. But where the fuck is the door? There we go. Door is there. Alright, let's head to a metro.
Don't do anything suspicious.
Me? Man, yeah, bro. Do you know me? Am I known to do things that are suspicious? I'm just like a super augmented individual. I can kill anybody with my hands. But hey, there's nothing wrong with me. Yeah. Travel. Yep. It's funny, for like a week I didn't listen to like the news, and I have to admit it was fantastic. There must be a, yeah, there's a thing up there. Did I go there before? literally jumped too high. Oh wow, triangle code. I didn't even realize there was one here. Yeah, if I do that, the alarm's gonna go off. So let's go back to where we were and call it a day. Well, before we go into TF29, I'm gonna save, obviously.
Just make it through this shift.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Nice look.
No problem. I like to be in fashion.
Nothing suspicious here. What is this?
What is this? This is me running.
What today?
I should have stayed in bed.
True story. That's me every day, apparently. Okay, this is good. This is good.
I don't want any trouble.
I read this already. It's just the light. Is this the only one?
I have to help this customer. If you have other things to do, maybe you could come back later?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal your credit chips just in front of your face, just cause. Cause I can. Me.
Alex, this whisper chip you gave me, it's an easy plant.
You're heading into TF29 already?
Our enemies aren't waiting around while we lick our wounds.
Fair enough. There'll be a data port on the NSN's motherboard. Access it and then just plug and play. Or plug and record in this case.
Got it. I'll let you know when it's done.
Okay, that's been done. Before we do anything, I'm gonna save.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
It's just weapons? Yeah, for now. But I do want that locked terminal though. Best invention ever. Neuropsine, Dr. Jennifer Phillips to Araya Argento. Araya, the shipment came in at last. I'll have to leave it before you're off shift, so I'll drop off what you need before I go. But I need you to fill out the usual dosage reports on my computer before you take the drugs off site. Just for today, the password is neuropazine. Jen. From Araya Argento to Peter Chang, subject safe not working. Peter, I tried changing the code to my secure storage as part of the refresh you ordered, but it's not working. I followed the usual steps, but it's still stuck at 2023, no matter what I put in. There's like a triple beeping sound whenever I try to confirm. I don't think it's me, or maybe it is me, who knows. That is why I'm in charge of the guns. I passed by to look at your safe, and you'll be pleased to know that it's not you. It looked like a circuitry problem, so it'll be a few days before I can have it fixed. I'll keep you posted. Gold star for taking me seriously, too. At least someone understands the need for security in this place. Thanks, Chang. McCready, from Hans Gerber to Araya Argento. Araya, since I know you want to get back into the field, I thought I'd clarify a few things about Mac. He is a world-class prick. Of that is there no doubt. But from what I hear, he's got some bad history with hogs. Not that I pretend to know what it is. Of course, that shouldn't absolve him from being a decent human being, but there it is. Prick aside, Mac's a pro, and he recognizes how useful they can be in an emergency. Thing is, though, given that Prague is one of the most anti-AUG cities on the planet, probably not the best place for an augmented agent. I hate to say it, but good guy or not, the thought of well-armed and well-trained AUGs walking the streets scares the shit out of me. It scares the shit out of most people. But, if you ask me, his biggest problem is Jensen. Normally agents answer to Mac, but Jensen seems to get special treatment. I blame Director Miller for that. Mac's been here longer than anybody, and everybody looks to him. He's the deputy in everything but name. So Miller should stop cutting him at the knees. Thank you. Well, that's that. Man, it's already 8:30. Holy fuck. Like, it's amazing. I haven't literally done nothing, and it feels like, you know. I could probably hack some of these, but I don't want to do this right away, though.
This is bad. We need to increase security at the CDC.
Why am I able to walk in a women's washroom? It's beyond my understanding. The Long Meanwhile, Chapter 1, by Daniel Fletcher. One razor-straight line of chalk marked it. The position was important, you see. The cuff should just lightly brush on top of the shoe. Martin was there, as always, making sure my new suit fit just right. "What's her name, Mr. Fletcher?" Martin asked, taking his final measurements. "Her name," I said, looking down at him, "is Dr. Delara Ozen." "Sounds ominous." "No, Martin, it sounds beautiful." I looked at myself in the mirror and approved. "Well, you're not going to knock her out in this suit." I tilted my head, made a face, and smiled. "That's the point. I didn't know it then, but that was the second to last time I would have suit tailored, and the last time I would ever see Martin Cobbler, my master tailor, alive." Okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
The Long Meanwhile. Black Atheist Publishing, Dr. Daniel Fletcher. Dear Mr. Fletcher, we appreciate your submission of your mystery novella entitled The Long Meanwhile. While the prose style was interesting, if brusque, okay, we find the content a little out of our comfort zone as a company, and frankly, we find some of the situations to not even be remotely plausible. We must decline and go any further at this time. Sincerely, Francis McGill, Black Amethyst Publishing. Rositska train station. Debbie Connolly to Dr. Daniel Fletcher. Smiley, one of my friends in the state police heard a rumor about you. I think you know which one I mean. I'm not going to tell you anyone, but your private affairs are none of my business. But if you make things between us and the cops worse than they already are, I have to let Miller know. You can talk to me if you have any questions. Daniel Fletcher to Sonia Elena tmail.mail. Subject lunch. Hey Sonia, still free for lunch later? I have a big case I'm working on, but I can spare some time for your English lesson. Let me know. Clicko, clicko. Smiley, yes, of course I'm free. I will meet you there, Sonia. Sonia. Which is the most massacred way that you could ever... Oh.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Well, why would I lock it? Well, that was ominous at all. I'm just going into people's places and...
These are the chances he knew he was taking.
Okay, there's nothing else on here.
Jin still believe what Singh told them, or don't they? We need to know.
Run DNA checks through all the outlet agencies. Nothing.
I feel terrible for his wife.
Things got pretty hairy inside.
Guys, might as well be ghosts.
These are the chances he knew he was taking.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access granted.
Preliminary meetings. Ava Cook to Dr. Delara Ozen. Delara, you've got keen psychological instincts. You've singled out two of their most notorious lone wolves, Vince Black being the third.
Terrible.
Chicane likes to keep it to himself. He never comes in, not even for briefings, which he lets one-on-one from Director Miller at the shop helipad. Jensen's status on the counterterrorism team is ambiguous. Technically, he answers to McCready, but because he's our only augmented field agent, Director Miller will pull him away for specific assignments. Mac resents being undermined like that, and he and Jensen don't really get along to begin with. I hope it helps you clear things up. Ava, since my arrival, I've been setting up some getting to know you sessions with all of our field operatives, but I have questions about two of them, Elias Chicane and Adam Jensen. Does Chicane come in often? And who does Jensen answer to? I assumed it was McGrady, but when I asked about him, McGrady's answer was terse, to say the least. Security precautions. Ava Cook to Dr. Delara Ozen. Delara, I spoke with Jennifer earlier, and she says she'll provide you with the code to the medical cabinet. Just let you know, until the person's responsible for the infirmary thefts is caught, some specific medications, including SSRIs and beta blockers, will no longer be stored in the office safe, but in a location known only to Director Miller. Sorry for the inconvenience, but needs. Sorry for the inconvenience, but needs must. Okay. Welcome package. Peter Chang to Dr. Laura Ozan, Jean-Guy Cloutier. Dr. Ozan, welcome to the task force. We've set up your computer with a default password. Please change it to something personal and private as soon as possible. Password, If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to contact me. Thanks, Peter Chang. Welcome, Dr. Jennifer Phillips to Dr. Delara Ozan. Dr. Ozan, welcome to TF29. I'm thrilled you're going to be helping me take care of some of the unique personalities we have in this place. I'm really looking forward to working together. I need to explain to you how things work in regards to the infirmary and access to medicine, supplies, etc. So drop on by when you're settled in and get a coffee from the cafe. Thanks, Jen. All right.
Do the still believe what Singh told us? We don't then. We need to know.
Can I close your door? I'm going to save again because I don't know if I get caught. What's going to happen?
Last year, the collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours.
This is so weird.
Anomaly detected. Trace program access granted.
All right. Regarding insurance, Elias Chicane to Ava Cook. Okay, let's read the first one. Ava Cook to Elias Chicane. Elias, Jim instructed me to handle the insurance on the workshop before they make things awkward by requesting to access it themselves. We're likely to get hit hard on the fire risk angle. We thought it can help if you clear up some stuff and make sure there's nothing lying around. That might cause any issues. Let me know if you need help with some of it.
You think
Ava.
one of them would pop up?
I don't need the help. I stored the tools and cleaned out most of the puppets for the retired look. Maybe you can use a few of them to replace some agents at TF29. Ava Cook to Director James Miller, Hazards. Jim, I know you probably don't want to hear this, but it's my responsibility to tell you. This office environment is unsafe. Cables all over the floor, an air vent and live electricity and water in it. As the office manager, I don't have the authority to force people to fix these things. I'm sure you understand. Thanks. Ava, yes, I do understand your concerns, but on my priority list right now, terrorism is beating out office health and safety for number one. Sorry. There are many things around this office I would like to see fixed, but hiring a professional cleaner isn't near the top. For the vents, sort out vented contractors by the end of the week. And for the cables, everyone will just have to pick up their feet up.
These guys might as well be ghosts. I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in Dubai. Every mystery team corpse I've checked so far has been totally clean, like he never existed. Whoever these people are, they're damn good.
Okay. IT support.
There was another attempt to breach our firewall last night. The reason I know it isn't the Juggernaut Collective who tried to hack us is that they gave up after only an hour.
You think one of them would pop up at some point?
Okay.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiate. Access denied.
What the fuck?
Adam, how's it going? Any trouble with the plant?
Patience, Alex. Trying to find the best way to access the motherboard without blowing my cover.
Sorry, man. Message received.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alright, message has been generated automatically. New password for Peter Chang, McCready, and Vincent. Awesome. Anything else here? Yep. I didn't hack the other one though. How do you get out of here?
These guys might as well be ghosts.
So I came down here and went in here. It was let's try and see if I can get in this one now.
Access granted.
NSN server room, Peter Chang, Jean-Guy Cloutier, JGC, new code is in place. I've asked Selena to check everything's good with the lava wall. Oh, seriously? They call it a lava wall? Really? His firewall was too copyrighted. To expect her soon. And a word of advice. If Jim's been talking to Matterly in there, stay out of his way when he leaves and don't ask him how his personal life is doing unless you want to be chewed out and made you feel like shit for the rest of the day. JGC, this is nuts. In the last week, there have been 4 attempts to breach our firewall. At least 2 are confirmed collective, and the people who are taking security seriously enough because of everything else that's going on. They just don't get that terrorists do more than blow up buildings. So I'm going to have to be the bad guy for a little bit. New security protocols, changing all of the codes and passkeys. Everyone's always got something to say about me anyways, so let's give them something worthwhile. JGC. I've moved all of the documentation on the NSN avatars and VR hacking communications on the NSN computer itself and changed the access code to JJK-POX blah blah blah. The message has been generated automatically. Door keypad is 5545. Oh. Nice. Oh, I didn't even need that. Alright.
Listen up, team. What's our status? Where was that chopper headed?
I have 3 airfields in Qatar that are promising, but they're privately
Patience
owned,
is the first
and
thing to
nobody
learn
can
to
get close
have.
enough.
Pedro Mifflin from Gabriel Nelson. Storage shed. Hi, Pedro. The snitch of mine who hangs out near Tech Noir reports that there's a storage shed in the courtyard that might be where some of your Diwalis leave payoffs for their friends in the state police. He even gave me the code 2469, which I found, I think, already. But at least I have it again. Alright.
Take a look.
Second is a good soft I got a chair. whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow...
We got this.
Thanks. I got a You whole did lot us of proud nothing. in Dubai. Every
I'm
time I send
impressed.
someone to follow...
We're almost there.
I close my eyes, but all I
got a
see
whole
is
lot of
strings of
nothing.
codes.
We'll get him for you, Jensen.
I got a whole lot of nothing. Every time I send someone to follow up on a lead, it turns out those things are abandoned, burned out, and bombed into rubble.
Jesus Christ.
Satellite.
Alright, so what's in the middle? So I got all the rounds. What's here?
We're still trying to find the identity of the
Close my
train
eyes, but
station
all I see
bomber,
is
but
strings
we
of
don't have
codes
much to go
swirling on my
on.
lids.
Who am I? I'm the guy doing this fucking job. Who the fuck are you?
If we want to catch Janus, we're going to have to get
It'd be
creative.
easier if someone would just
Janus,
step up
the
and do
famous
it. A word of advice: stay off the Aug Rights web pages this week.
What I need you
I'll
to
nail
do is listen to me.
There was a code signal sent to the Dubai hotel minutes before our mystery guest showed up. I'm working on decrypting it.
Maybe whoever's in charge doesn't.
I'm working on identifying the bodies from the train station. Maybe we'll get lucky and one of them will have known terrorist connections.
They're like serial killers. Deep down,
Yet your
they all
computer
want
is
to
showing
belong.
data, like IT stuff.
Not now, Jensen. I'm dealing with the situation.
Access granted.
Vince, Allison Welchek to Clements Moorer. Clements, I've been worried about Vince lately. He is always away longer periods of time, keeps us less up to date, and on those incredibly rare occasions when I do see him, he's uncommunicative, even more than usual. It may be nothing, but going undercover changes people. This is a fact. So on the QT, could you maybe see if there's anything there in the ether about him? Whether he's in danger of being blown, whether he's gone in too deep, what that kind of thing? Thanks, I owe you one. Albie. Jurisdiction, Debbie Connolly to Clements Moorer. Clements, what you're asking is something everybody should know, so don't feel stupid for asking. TF-29 is mandated to investigate and combat terrorism, both physical and cyberspace. The reason to have an OCD at all is that most crime families do business with known terrorists, so it's always a good target for monitoring. As long as we can demonstrate a connection between our target and terrorist interests, our jurisdiction, but until then, we have to let local enforcement take the lead. That creates a lot of gray area and ambiguity, leading to frustration and bad blood all around. From what my fellow liaisons tell me, Prague is one of the hardest cities to do the job because the percentage of cops are on the Valley payroll, and because the Georgians are very unlikely to actually do business with our terrorists. From Clements, so the original email was from Clements to Debbie. I know this isn't really my business, but TF-29 was specifically created to pursue terrorist organizations smoothly without any usual red tape. I don't understand why we have so many problems with state police. As soon as our organized crime crosses the international borders, doesn't that make that jurisdiction? Yeah, buddy. Yeah. Did I read both? I read both. Yeah.
Not now, Jensen. I'm dealing with the situation here.
What are the chances
Caldwell's gone.
Close my eyes, but all I see is strings of codes.
Is that a full keyboard?
That's all the data I have right now. You think one of them would pop up?
I think there's missing some letters.
It's not easy piecing together surveillance footage from the train station.
No, it's not.
Some of it's scrambled.
I've been trying to ID the bodies of the people who crashed the operation in
Security
Dubai.
footage from the train station is spotty at best.
We're trying to locate where the crashers were going to stash those weapons
Looks
you
exactly
intercepted.
like the girl that was in the conference room.
In the last 2 days, web traffic in Prague has gone up 73%.
What?
Some people are bored by reconnaissance footage, but I love it. Finding something is like that moment when you realize where a puzzle piece goes.
I finally finished the backup exfiltration plan for the upcoming Jakarta mission.
You probably haven't heard yet, but TF-29 now has an official psychologist.
The thing about the Russians is they never tell you the whole story.
Truer words have never been said. Alright, well, I guess the bottom part has been done. Let's go to second floor. I'm pretty sure I did everything I could on this floor.
This is so weird.
Alright. Let's do this.
Adam, you're here. You made it in. It's good to see you're okay.
Hey, Aria, yeah, it was a close call. I got lucky. A lot of people didn't.
I was here working when the first reports came in. It was chaos. Phones ringing off the hook, people yelling, scrambling to find out what was going on. Then when Miller told me you were there,
I'm all right.
Good. You looking for him? Because he's tied up right now, a meeting with Lyon, I think.
Really? He's using the NSN right now?
Yeah, I just saw him. Oh, hey, that reminds me, here's yours.
What's this?
The card for the shooting range. Chang changed all the codes this morning, said something about only giving access to people he's vetted personally. The bombing really freaked him out. Third one in 6 months, can you believe it? I'm really glad you're okay.
Thanks, Aria. I'll let you get back to what you were doing.
Yeah, I better get back downstairs. It's gonna be a busy day. Come by later if you want to talk.
Copy that.
See, if I can do this, like, how can terrorists not do this? Yeah, let's, before we go in the shooting range, let's investigate up here.
Last night, the collective published the tax returns of the 50 richest for Switzerland. Maybe some very interesting
Cute. But they're never going to beat the time they broadcast that sweatshop during the half-hour.
We're comparing notes, so we don't learn the way these
Anomaly
will never
detected.
track them down.
Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Drop-off locker. Simon intercepted a local communication talking about a storage locker being used as a drop-off. I looked into it, and it turns out it's right near us. We've been watching it for a few days and already clocked several Diwali members going in and out. We should take a look in there, and we have a clear idea on what we have good window of opportunity. We don't want to spook them off. The current code you're using is 6354, but I'll update you if it changes. Good news, Jake Carter to Selena Carter. Hi Selena, I wanted to share the good news with you. I'm licensed again. I owe it to my rep who negotiated the deal. I won't bore you with the official alphanumeric designations, but basically all I had to do was change my designation of my legs, and now I'm back on the duty roster. We shipped to Afghanistan in 10 days, so it looks like your favorite cousin is back fighting the good fight. Take care, Jake. Peter Chang to Selena Carter. Selena, I need you to check the NSN lava wall is still at 100%. It's had to resist a lot of attempted hacks recently, but I'm still told by some that I'm just being paranoid. When I keep pushing for security procedures in this place, like I don't have enough shit to fix, you'll need to use a new code to get in. I changed the keypad to 7734. Give me a shout out when you've completed the diagnostic. Champ.
Is it not a probable target? They're posturing, as opposed to conducting an actual
Jensen, we need to talk.
Smart.
My God, Jensen, I heard about the explosion. We should relocate. I was thinking we could corner Director Miller together. Tell him it's not safe enough here.
We're fine, Chang.
The police station, the train station, we're next. I can feel it. I can more than feel it. I can see it happening.
No one knows where we are. There's no reason to get paranoid.
That's where you're wrong. They're trying to pull the lid off of us, Jensen, or someone is. Praha Dovos just got hacked.
Our building's front company. Thought it was fake.
I wish it was fake. Miller's got me cleaning up IntelliCam footage from the attack to help figure out who these people are. Meanwhile, maybe they're trying to figure out who we are? Why else poke into an import company?
You think someone's figured out that the company's a front? Maybe they know what's really down here.
We have a lot of enemies. The people who bombed the train station. You don't think they'd love to know where we are? You need to help me figure out who's looking into us and make them stop.
I'm gonna need more information about this snoop of yours.
I don't know for sure that our cover's been blown, but if it has, we need to know before our enemies have a chance to do something about it.
You got an MO in this hacker?
At first I thought it might be the Collective.
But you're not convinced.
Not Janus's style to leave crumbs this big. But whoever it is, they risk exposing us. If the Collective ever found out where we operate... My God, Jensen.
Maybe Janus knows already.
Hey, don't say shit like that. I get nervous enough as it is.
You really think there's a risk here? Maybe someone's just poking around the fake website of a fake company.
If someone points a gun at me, I assume it's loaded. If someone hacks into the website of the company that serves as our cover, I assume they're doing it for a bad reason. Such as? Everything depends on who they are and what they know. But we're in the business of dealing with terrorists. If those terrorists find out where we are...
TF-29 likes its privacy.
Sure. More importantly, Chang likes being in one piece. Unlike you, I don't just brush off explosions.
What can you tell me about our front company?
Praha Dovos was designed to be forgettable. The kind of place you walk by 100 times and still can't remember.
It obviously caught someone's attention. What happens if we're compromised?
My guess, we dismantle and disappear. Agents go into hiding, Director burrows into some hole, poof, no Christmas party. I need you to find out as much as you can about our Snoop. Make sure we're not in danger.
All right. You have any leads?
I traced our hacker snoop to an unrented apartment. Top floor, 33 Hill Avenue. Just down the street. This guy walks by us every single day. Probably walks in.
You're kidding.
See? You feel it now. The constant buried alive feeling. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought we were supposed to be suspicious of things that go on outside these walls.
It's never that simple.
Just get into that apartment, access the computer they used, and find out what you can. And be careful, Jensen. We don't know who we're dealing with.
I'll look into it. As soon as I know something, so will you.
It's a smart move. They don't want to be caught in the dragnet.
Be careful out
A
there.
word of advice, stay off the Aug Rights web pages this week.
Okay.
They've been everywhere for the past week.
This is so weird.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Smashed in the explosion. Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does it. I've been scrubbing through garbage for hours, still nothing.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Search warrant, Debbie Connolly to Benjamin Scott. Ben, I finally managed to get the search warrant you wanted for the internet cafe. Don't tell anybody your suspicions about Janus contacts at the local operative there. They won't accept that because of, in their minds, that makes it a local issue, and therefore their jurisdiction, not ours. I got a warrant by pretending the suspected contact disconnected ARC and knew about the bombing.
Crying out loud.
I'll let you know when the warrant arrives. Don't do anything until then. Ben. Peter Chang to Ben. Ben, I know Miller wants you on the bombing, but please, under the radar, continue keeping tabs on Janus. We have a lot of people in Rositska, and we need to get this guy before he gets us. Shooting Competition 3, Araya Argento to the rest. Attention everyone, the third quarterly TF29 shooting competition is almost upon us. Remember, our firing range is always open, featuring any firearm in the TF29 arsenal, with unlimited ammunition. Have you practiced enough?
The eyewitnesses were smashed in the explosion.
To be fair, I don't actually want to do that, but...
We're advising people to stay at home, so someone needs to be the example.
It's not like I support what the collective is doing.
Okay.
Negative.
Somewhere in
They're saying
this
it was
city,
faulty
there's a
wiring.
mob-owned casino in the sewer. I've heard everything.
Two mobsters in the morgue right now, members of the same family, who apparently shot each other. That leads to some pretty horrifying speculation.
But I did not shoot the deputy.
What I hear, the explosives were designed to get maximum spread.
Well, that sounds like a happy Saturday night.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Vince's files, Ryan Baker, Pedro Mainframe. Okay, so referenced email. I need info on the possible gun runner of the Red Light District working under the radar of both the Valley and the local cops, although he might have contacts with law enforcement in another country. Do you know where Vince keeps his files? I've heard of this guy. The Valley are looking for him too. As for Vince's files, he tells me as much as he tells anybody else. Jack shit. Unless he has to. I know he has a secret hiding place somewhere on site. Maybe he's got some files in there. I don't know. Pedro, I got you the code for the storage locker near the office. 6354. Go check it out, VB. And this is the same thing. Okay.
We know state police aren't above profile.
My boss hasn't checked in for days. It occurs to me that he might be buried somewhere in the rubble.
Well, that's a big thing to bear.
The Prime Minister has cancelled all public appearances for the rest of this week.
Love to get a look at the body.
I highly doubt whoever did this bothered to stick around.
Probably. Who knows? Who knows?
Negative. They're saying it was faulty wiring.
Here we go. The Church of the Machine God, and to some, the Church of the Machine, without the God. And then again, to others, the Singularity Church of the Machine God. This group has so many names and subgroups, it's hard to keep track. And believe it or not, they've been around in one form or another since the early 1970s. There are a lot of contradictory reports on who they are and what they want, but in general, they all want the same thing. They want to merge their consciousnesses and become one with the machine god through a ritual they call Ascension. Janus. I mean, what can you say about him? Or her. Nobody really knows who or what Janus is. But what many believe is that Janus is running the most dangerous hacking group in the world, attacking corrupt politicians and businesses on a global scale. The corporate world is terrified of Janus.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger.
What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the Collective is a group of hacker activists, or hacktivists. Oh my god, I hate that word. Dedicated to the cause of freedom. At least that's what they say, or what their actions appear to say. They fight corruption by exposing hypocrisy and protecting the unprotected. No one knows the real power structure inside of the Collective, but there is one name that echoes over the darknet, and that name that echoes even louder than Hex, and you can talk to Peter Chang if you don't believe me, that name is Janus. And some say Janus runs everything, while others think there is no Janus.
Janus relies on public perception.
There's a rumor that the Church of the Machine God is building a machine that will help bring forth the singularity. Sure, I guess that's a possibility. I'm just not sure what they would plug that machine into. The Church of the Machine God has a leader, but all we know about her at this point is that she's a woman, and they call her Mother. That's creepy, right? I think that's really creepy. You know as much as I do about these guys. They're augmented, well-trained, and very dangerous. And they seem to be massing weapons and augs for some sort of attack. We don't know what yet.
All right.
This is so weird.
Otar's right-hand man is this guy, Vano. Not the sharpest tool in the shed, if you know what I mean, but he's strong and loyal, something Otar values greatly. You know, I thought Otar was going to go all the way. I think he had potential. But now he's just another casualty. It's too bad, in a way, you know? There aren't enough of these classic gangsters around anymore. People have respect for tradition, even if it is criminal.
They're saying it was faulty wiring.
The Diwali called this guy Constantine. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, right? We don't have a last name for Constantine, but until his death in the Rizika bombing, he was a high-placed member of the Diwali crime family, answering to Otar Botkavelli. We suspect he has lots of connections in the upper echelons of the organization, all the way up to Radic Nikoladze and beyond. Between you and me, I suspect that he's a Khan, a spy that watches a Diwali lieutenant closely to make sure he doesn't make a move on the boss. The classic Diwali structure has two spies, or Pakhans, working for the lieutenant to report directly to the boss, to make sure he stays the boss. Those guys are pretty violent. The elusive Radic Nikoladze. This guy's a piece of work, driven and ruthless. When he came up, he was the youngest boss in the Diwali crime family. The man spends more money on suits than most people spend on their houses. But don't let the looks and the haute couture fool you. He's the boss, he's in control, and he's squashed more than a few people who've tried to take him down along the way. Agent Singh, great poker player. I still owe him 100 credits. So I hope his incursion with the gin lasts another few months. You know, maybe he'll forget I owe him the money. Wasim Alam, the head of the Jinn, former limb clinic doctor and surgeon before he turned to more profitable enterprises. He brings the same cold and calculated approach he brought to saving lives to running his business with his brother, Salar.
All right.
This guy is the face of the Jinn and a charismatic force of nature. They call him the Bull of the North and the Heart of the Jinn. Real name Salar, works in conjunction with his cold and calculating brother, Wasim, who saved his life during the AUG incident. He is proudly augmented and parades his AUGs around wherever and whenever he likes. The hatred of AUGs from groups around the world has only emboldened him and his organization.
These guys might as well be
Purity
ghosts.
First is an anti-AUG group dedicated to keeping humans human, all pure, no augmentations. In their obsessive pursuit of this goal, they have taken extreme measures and are suspected of being responsible for multiple acts of breaking and entering, vandalism, and theft. On occasion, they've even become violent, being implicated in several assaults and murders as they push for their goal of human purity. They've been quiet since the incident.
I've run DNA checks through all the alphabet agencies. Nothing.
Our arms dealer Shepard, aka John Trent, is a former Special Forces commander and ex-Bell Tower operative. And as is typical for those ex-Bell Tower employees, he's been selling off old Bell Tower tech and weapons. But we don't need to worry about him anymore. He was killed by those gold mask guys.
Composition could tell us a lot, but it's the trigger that really does the talking.
You've heard of these guys. ARC, or the Augmented Rights Coalition. They're a human rights group who, on the surface at least, is trying to provide equal rights for augmented people. It was started by Dr. Talos Rucker soon after the AUG incident, when Rucker started to speak out against the anti-AUG legislation that was being passed by several local governments. If you ask me, it's not working. They seem to be getting worse. ARC preaches non-violence, but a string of terror attacks has put them on the terror watch list. So I'll let you be the judge. Samizdat is an underground news outlet that likes to think of itself as the real news. They are anti-establishment and anti-almost everything else, including business addresses, so we like to keep our eyes and ears open for any mention of them. The New Sons of Freedom, or NSF, is a small group of militant constitutionalists and secessionists operating in the continental United States, particularly in the Pacific Northwest. The group was formed as a reaction to the American government's increasingly authoritarian regime. NSF is committed to fighting the influence and control of a group of unknown people they believe to be the Illuminati with strategic guerrilla warfare strikes. They are suspected of having ties with Janus and the Juggernaut Collective. What to say about the Juggernaut Collective that isn't speculation. A bunch of their members were running operations out of Montreal in 27, resurfacing for a while in 28. You heard of the Rifleman Bank Station? Bell Tower? Anyway, the collective is a group of hacker activists.
I'm leaving. I don't want to get rid of that.
Half the cybercrime division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai. That's not really our area of expertise.
I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction.
Hi, Jensen. We're discussing Dubai.
Give us a minute. I think Singh's got some kind of adrenaline addiction. He plays it too close to the edge.
He made it out of Dubai.
Agent Singh. Wasn't expecting to see you again, in civvies at least.
Just passing through. I wanted to thank your team for the backup in Dubai. That sting went to hell faster than the storm did.
You're welcome, but I don't think you came all this way to say thanks.
Director Miller asked me to get Agent McCready up to speed. Now I have the red-eye flight back to Oman.
Headed into the field office there?
Not exactly. One of our black sites. I'll be dropped in as a captured enemy combatant. After I contact my fellow Jinn prisoners, I shall lead a very convenient escape.
Re-embedding with the Jinn. Aren't you taking a big risk, given everything that happened?
No choice. That ambush knocked everyone on their asses. TF-29, Bell Tower, the Jinn. To cover all the angles, I need to go back. Hopefully my cover is still good. You killing the signal booster at the hotel should help.
You're thinking the Jinn can get a beat on our gate crashers faster than TF-29.
Perhaps. They do not like loose ends. An augmented kill squad with military training. Have you ever seen anything like it?
Yeah, once. But it's a long story. Did we get anything out of the cleanup operation?
Mostly corpses. Heavily augmented, as you know. Under those gold masks, they were ID scrubbed. No prints, no dentals, no DNA match. Professional.
Could still be ex-Bell Tower. Plenty of men and material went AWOL after the incident. A competing faction that listened in on Shepard's sale.
It's a possibility. The audits and investigations of Bell Tower will go on for years before we know how many rats jumped from that ship. At least we recovered their weapons. Unlisted. High spec. Military-grade augmentation. Enough to build another couple of you. That is a joke.
Right. It's the world we live in. Anyone with an exemption to the weaponized augment ban is a useful tool. Or a terrorist. Whoever they were, they knew exactly when the deal was going down. Any chance they were based locally, in Dubai?
No. After the incident, Dubai became the world's most luxurious tombstone. Perfect for the Jinn, but for no one else.
I thought human augmentation was frowned on in the Middle East. Why was Dubai hit so hard?
Because it was another world. Two other worlds, in fact. One of extreme augmentations in gold or crystal, and one of thousands of workers outfitted for construction. Then, that day.
I know.
No, Agent Jensen, you could not. Some called it divine punishment. But that day was not the work of a merciful God.
I don't envy what you've got ahead of you.
Actually, I'm looking forward to it. The truth is, when you've been under for long enough, you only feel like an imposter out here, in the real world.
Yeah, I understand the feeling.
If we want to catch Janus, we're going to have to get creative because nothing we're currently doing.
Details recovered from the black box recorder suggest that the man may have been suffering flashbacks to the Og incident.
So I'll stab this to address a recent mission in Dubai. We all know someone who died in that action. Our one consolation is that we died doing... I really tried to save him, but didn't work. What they believed in, trying to make the world a better place. However, there is no excuse for the mission going to hell the way it did. The reasons it did are now under thorough investigation. We can all do better than this, and from now on, we will, for them. Further, rumors have come to my attention which question why we were in charge of the op in the first place, rather than Station Muscat. These speculations are a distraction and strongly discouraged. Please remain focused on the actual task at hand. Those were our people that we lost. It falls to us to avenge them. Memorial services will be forthcoming. Director Miller. Dr. Roseanne to everyone at TF29. Having recently joined the team, I wanted to briefly introduce myself. My name is Dr. Dolera Ozen, now resident psychiatrist for the Prague Borough. In addition to providing consultancy, training for psychological profiling, hostage negotiation, and criminal communication, I'll also be the person responsible for staff psychological assessment and counsel. Due to the nature of our work here at Task Force 29, every agent has a high risk of exposure to emotional stress and potential trauma. Mental health is just as important as physical health, if not more. So it's important for you to have access to relevant professional support both during and after any case you might be working on. I look forward to meeting everyone individually over the following weeks for an initial consultation. Regards, Dr. Dolera Ozan. Dr. Jennifer Phillips to Adam Jensen. Adam Jensen, I notice you have not yet picked up the supply of naproxen I ordered for you this month. I also noticed it's the third time in a row that you have been late picking up your prescription. In my experience, agents like yourself are prone to testing their limits, denying themselves the crucial medicine they need to due to either pride, an overinflated sense of machismo, or a well-intentioned but misplaced belief that others might need it more. If none of these reasons describe you, I sincerely apologize, but I suggest you not be late again, for I will be forced to assume you are obtaining the drug somewhere else illicitly, and will have to report you to the head office. Thank you for your cooperation, yada yada yada. Dubai, Duncan McCready to Adam. I'm still waiting for your after-action report. We all gotta file them, you know. Drag your heels much longer and I'll write it up myself. Guaranteed you won't look good in it.
You'd think one of them would pop up on some list somewhere.
In Russia, hacked combat drones attacked St. Petersburg.
Alright. Oh, you know what I forgot?
It is Jensen, yes?
Is there something I can help you with, Agent?
I hear you're on point looking into the gold mask mercs that hit us in Dubai. Any leads yet?
Christ, I know I'm good, Jensen, but I've only been on it for 5 minutes.
A lot can happen in 5 minutes, McCready. You check with the ME yet? Get anything off the bodies we recovered?
Leftovers are on ice at the Oman substation. I've been told they were scrubbed clean as summer whites. No prints, no dental, no nothing.
So in other words, it's no steps forward and 2 steps back.
For now. That's why it's a good thing you disabled the Jinn's comms booster in Dubai. Singh's cover with the Jinn is still intact. I'm hoping once he's back in Basra, he can use his network to dig around. Maybe these gold masked jokers will ping locally. Probably another fucking jihad looking to make some noise.
I don't know. I'm not so sure we should be looking for these guys in the desert.
Ah, is that so? You have some new information you feel like sharing?
Come on, McCready. These guys were augmented with military-grade hardware. Body augmentation goes against Muslim beliefs. They weren't jihadists. We're dealing with something new here.
I can see where you're going with this, Jensen, and I'm asking you right now to back off it. It's not your case.
I own a couple of beat cups filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose color it is. It's about getting people responsible. Full stop.
Come on, McCready. We're not a couple of beat cops filling a monthly quota here. This isn't about whose collar it is. It's about getting the people responsible. Full stop.
Look, I get what you're saying, but I'm working a $5 investigation on 50 cents worth of shit. I've got speculation to spare, mate. Listen, I know I come off strong. I've got 3 ex-wives that'll back that up. But that's just how I'm built. Putting on a show for the new guys isn't gonna change what's underneath.
I can appreciate that kind of honesty.
Good. So when I say I'm impressed with how you handled yourself in Dubai, you can appreciate that I meant it. With that sandstorm giving us colonics, stripping the juice box out the chopper was an inspired choice. But that mission is over, and your involvement in it ends now. Got it?
How the hell did you get such a sunny disposition anyway, McCready?
Knowing about me is not going to make us friends, Jensen. But I'll humor you. Fine. I joined regular army straight out of secondary school, made UKSF at 25 and was recruited into the SRR 4 years later.
Special Reconnaissance Regiment. That's an elite unit.
Oh yeah, it was very glamorous. All champagne and blowjobs.
So what happened?
After 12 years hunting terrorist shitbirds across every desert on the face of the earth, I found there was no fucking end to the evil this world churned out. I couldn't see the point in what we were doing anymore. So I quit.
So what brought you back to the life?
I suppose it was purpose. A tool without a job to do can only grow rust. So here I am, back in it, serving my purpose. As a tool yourself, mate, you should understand that, yeah?
Yeah. But tell me, why do you think the bodies from Dubai were sent to Oman?
Fuck knows. Rumor is that Oman was pissed that we got the green light for the gig in the first place. Can't blame them, really.
You don't think it's strange we got the call over them?
I stopped questioning the logic of the big noise a long time ago. What I'm told is we were the only team ready to go.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
So then you know what I know. That everything?
Yeah, I got it. It was nice talking to you, McCready.
No, it wasn't.
Fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are our top stories. Is freedom of the press a threat to our freedom? In the hands of irresponsible journalists, it can be. Underground websites and radio stations continue to praise the Juggernaut Collective, an elusive group of vigilante hackers, for exposing big money corruption. What these journalists overlook, however, is the damage these hackers leave in their wake. Last year, the collective shut down London's traffic grid, causing gridlock for hours.
Mac, we didn't see eye to eye on the issue on American field agents. I want you to know I appreciate you keeping an open mind about Argento. Personally, I don't give a damn how much Nemoprazine costs. We both know we're releasing a good agent behind that desk. Once Dr. Roseanne signs off on her, it'll be time to put her where she belongs, and I'll expect you to be professional about this as always. Mac, just to follow up to what I overheard you saying in a cafe a few minutes ago, I've been watching the Diwali for a long time. I know a few things about them you don't find anywhere else. Some of the low-level guys may act like typical musclehead, but the family has been around for generations. They know what they're doing. Don't dismiss them. They might surprise you. Director James Miller to everyone, to all staff. This is to address the... Oh, I just read that. Wow, you didn't care that I fucking just... Anyways.
Back to New York, and a more in-depth look at UN Security Council Resolution 3507.
I hate this. I really hate this.
This is so weird.
Half the cybercrimes division is combing the web for any hint of those mystery guys from Dubai.
Agent
That's
Jensen.
not really our area of expertise. But Miller wants these guys back.
Individuals who fail to complete will be arrested
I'm going
and
as fast as I can.
relocated to designated all-only locations. Safety
All right, so let's go for. There's the.
Security footage from the train station is spotty.
All right. No, I'm going back out. So I need to go here, I guess.
So, you've decided you need...
Inventory, weapon types, ammo types. Which is weird that all right.
Some practice, huh? You know the best tip my training officer ever gave me? Reload your weapon before it's empty. Saves time. If you zoom in using iron sight, you'll acquire targets faster. Try it. You'll see the difference. Of course, you know a headshot is the fastest way to take down a target. But watch out for helmets. They'll slow you down.
Okay. Holster your Westman weapon followed by
Okay, if your target is wearing armor, you'll do less damage per round. See how many rounds it takes to get through? Let's try armor piercing this time. Easier, right? Remember that, Agent. The right tool for the right situation. Could save your life. Now, let's take a look at the technical targets. These are tougher to disable using regular ammo. shooting security devices isn't usually the best way to go. You should try to disable them. Once you've disabled a security device, your armor-piercing rounds will take it out more easily. You should always have at least one backup weapon, so you can improvise, adapt. Overcome any situation. Hoorah. Seems like you're warmed up now. Let's go over some of the other aspects of your weapons.
Add a combat rifle.
I like how silencers reduce sound, but the trade-off is less stopping power, less damage per hit. See how much extra ammo you need because of the silencer?
To remove the silencer from combat, okay.
Back to normal. But if you need to be quiet, Adam, the silencer's the way to go. Just remember the decreased damage. You know there are several other types of attachments you can use to upgrade your weapons. Keep your eyes open for them.
Swap back the regular ammunition. Yeah. Highlight the pistol. Press Y. Press Y again. Select full automatic. Okay. Select full automatic weapon. Unlock with crafting parts by pressing A. Do the same with the pistol's ammunition. Oh. Well, how do you... Select the full automatic option and unlock it by pressing it. Do the same with the pistol's ammunition capacity. Oh. Jeez. Okay.
Again, reloading your weapon before it's empty saves time. but it'll burn through your ammo.
Okay, am I done here, or...?
That's your refresher, but I'm sure you already knew all that stuff, Adam. Feel free to come back anytime.
Alright. In Terra Firma, Task 29, The Secret Fight Against Global Terrorism, Weekend Editorial, Part 2. Counterterrorism traditionally consists of two areas, pre- and post-incident. With its unique constitution, TF-29 is empowered to handle both areas, removing a step that would otherwise slow the process. On paper, the agency is said to function as a two-way agreement with other worldwide agencies, allowing a conduit of collaborative intel and action. If effective, such an ability to sidestep red tape would give TF-29 a remarkably swift response to global terrorist activity. In practice, it remains to be seen if this unprecedented relationship can survive. Not all are happy with the future of counterterrorism. In the event of a terrorist act, agents may enter member countries or states without standard protocol and create a temporary Bureau of Operations under the jurisdiction of its own accord. While TF-29's behavior remains subject to national laws, some have expressed concerns over alleged loopholes. Regardless, the clandestine agency was given a green light in good grace by the world desperate for answers. So I guess that is the point of interest. I do have a side mission. Find the source of the hack. Let's go to the Batmobile.
My goodness.
Sorry if I was rude before. If the store had been empty.
We all have our roles to play, Sedlak. How's yours going?
It is giving me new respect for criminals who run front operations. Late shipments, supply problems, random police searches at customs. Ugh.
I thought this store was just a front.
Best Front is a real company. Prahadovos is registered as an international shipping corporation in every country in the EU. I can get an office, way station, or depot up and running anywhere in Europe within 72 hours. I do not suppose you spoke to Agent Chang while you were down there.
He told me you've been hacked. I'm looking into it.
Good. I will sleep better knowing an experienced field agent is on the case.
Anything you can tell me about this hack?
Chang will know more than me. I just told him something strange was going on. Utility statements being accessed, incomplete information on orders, that kind of thing.
The kind of thing that's easy to miss. Surprised you noticed it.
When you have been doing this as long as me, you start to question every little thing. Plus, that old lady kept coming around.
Old lady?
Chatty thing. I thought she was just lonely until I caught her staring at the terminal when my back was turned.
Did you confront her about it?
I told Chang. Asked him to put a field agent on it.
Field agent?
We both know the deal, Jensen. There are two types of agents in this office. The ones who do the footwork and work the leads, and the ones who analyze them.
And you think Chang's one of those?
I think Chang lives in his head too much. He is good. He's very good. But it is also good that the task force brought in a new psychologist this month.
Well, I'd better get going. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Do not tell me, tell Chang. I have a cover to keep. I'm glad you were not hurt in the bombing yesterday, Agent Jensen. The task force needs good men like you.
Thanks, Sedlak. Take care.
In the sewers. Wonderful.
I gave the police a list of all the renters in my building that I suspect of being augmented.
What did you do that for?
I'm protecting the real people in the building. And most of them on that list are a few months late with their rent anyway.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
What's wrong with you?
Alright, so there's a light, there's an exit there. Pocket secretary, even pre-bill to even pre-bill. Okay, ends a message, parents' address. Okay. There's nothing here. Okay. Well, let's see what's in here then, I guess.
In fair, unbiased, and impartial reporting. And now for a close look at the events making headlines around the world. Here are...
Why is this a restricted area, though? Like, I don't understand why this is a restricted area. There has to be a way of turning this off. You can't hack this? I'll probably have to do something to... I didn't do it yet.
Drones attacked St. Petersburg. And in the U.S., millions of workers lost their jobs when the collective leaked classified corporate documents.
That's been done already. Alright. Alright.
You want to do business? He's the one you want.
You have credits? Usually you people with the robot arms and legs have no credits.
No, you got a real way with people. What's on the menu?
Menu? No, not food. Guns and things. You want?
Okay, so what do you have to sell?
You have taste for a yobok. I'm surprised.
Thank you. I am very happy to hear that. Alright, I'll leave.
Not interested right now.
Fucking clanks.
Okay, but I just bought. Like, seriously, I just bought shit. I could technically kick these guys out, but...
Come on. I sell to anyone. Even crazy you yobok.
Heard the captain is in a real shit mood since meeting the commission.
Come on. I sell to anyone. Even crazy you yobok.
Pocket Secretary Michael 909 at email to Igor. Your merchandise is ready. The hardware has been dropped off in your storage. 4227. Have fun making money. Luca will be in touch at usual time. Pick out your cut. Alright, we got more code.
The city's still reeling in the wake of a devastating terror attack. Dozens were killed and hundreds more injured yesterday when bombs...
Come on in. Weapons for sale.
I have to go to the other side. Or not. Which side is it on? It's on that side, right?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access granted.
Well, that was pretty damn close.
What these journalists overlook, however.
Oh, laptop. Alright. I like to take a shit whenever I go in somebody. Oh, this is Director Miller's office. Shit. So that one I have no choice.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alright, lawyer, to Colleen White to Jay Miller. I know you don't want to hear me again, to hear from me again so soon after the call, but the way it finished left me feeling like crap. Leonard told me to leave you alone, but that whole guy thing is bullshit. Honestly, it's just like Dad all over again. Why don't you talk to someone and give yourself a bit of room in your own head? It's obvious the Neil thing is really getting to you, and using work to take your mind off of it isn't healthy. I know you'll just ignore me like you always, but if you're not comfortable with family, then you should talk with a professional and at least blow off steam at someone who's paid to hear it. Anyway, I'm backing off. Leonard thinks he's found a good lawyer who understands augmentation law better than he does, so he's going to forward contact details to you directly. I just hope this doesn't cause more problems than it solves. I hate this, James. I hate feeling bad for you. Please take care of yourself and think about what I said. Christmas reunion. Charles Benet to Jay Miller. Hey, Jim, some of the guys of the Troop 6 have been talking about getting together, maybe organizing a road trip through the Outback around Christmas. Might help Jaden clear his head for a bit. I take it you heard what happened to him. He was stationed at Brisbane, working alongside Bell Tower in 27 when it happened. Wasn't pretty. Anyways, I get it that if you're not able to come. Dom says you're still in the thick of it, running some kind of elite force up in Germany or Czech Republic or someplace. But it could be a chance for dust off some that longsword of yours. Prove you're still the old Eagle Eyes we all knew. Let me know, CB. He must have some kind of video game console. Apparently having 4 controllers is a standard. What else is here? These doors look fucked up. They look like they've been bashed in. Anyways, I think this is it for this one. Oh, wait, not.
Proč se kdysi prosperující města jako třeba Dubaj z incidentu ještě plně nevzpamatovala? Reportérům na Marakamu sdělila, že doufá, že její hlášení, které odešle OSN po skončení cesty, umožní moudrého uvažování. Debata ohledně drastických kroků za účelem zmírnění globálního násilí stále probíhá.
What the fuck is playing?
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Nothing at all. Alright. Let's do this.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
Come on.
Access denied.
Give me a second. Oh. Actually, before I use that, come on.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated.
I thought it was only 2. J. Miller, Leifer, Lydia. Dear Mr. Miller, we regret to inform you that account is closed. You have 24 hours to remove the contents of the safe. Anything left over there after this date will be inaccessible after that time. Your existing code is of 1363 is still valid. I'll take the crafting parts every day of the week. Is there anything in here? Nope. Anything in here except for painkillers. Which I actually like this. This is a cop out. They put fog because they didn't want to. But at least there's a nice view. How the fuck do you get up there? How do you open that up? Unless it's it's to sneak in only. It's made to sneak in. Oh, no. I got it open, so I should be able to jump in. Okay, it worked. Please tell me it doesn't go only to outside. No, it goes into another apartment, which is fucking full of shit.
Human presence detected. Engaging smart home system. Smart system engaged. Scanning biodata. Unauthorized presence confirmed. Intruder protocols engaged. You are not the authorized homeowner. Your presence in this home is not certified.
All of them occurring after Dr. Tallis Rucker,
Please vacate the premises. Chosen not to leave. Please confine yourself to a corner and wait for local authorities to arrive.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
Please hold still as I scan you. Thank you. Welcome to your smart home system. Security is of utmost importance. Your secrets are laid bare.
Nothing to report. Just the way I like.
Would you rather I sounded different?
This is the apartment.
Your settings have been saved.
On it.
Now what?
Moving up!
Let's go.
Ah, fuck. God damn it. And I forgot to save too. Should have fucking saved.
Smart system engaged. Scanning biodata. An authorized presence confirmed. Intruder protocols engaged.
yesterday when bombs exploded.
You are not the authorized homeowner. Your presence in this home is not the...
How the fuck do you turn off the security though?
Human presence detected. Engaging smart home system. Smart system engaged. Scanning biodata. Unauthorized presence confirmed. Intruder protocols engaged. You are not the authorized homeowner. Your presence in this home is not certified. Please vacate the premises.
Anomaly detected. Access granted.
Please hold still as I scan you. Thank you. Welcome to your smart home system. Security is of utmost importance. I agree. Let's keep the world away. Your secrets are laid bare.
Life-saving medical transports from getting through. In Chile, they committed massive voter fraud when they rigged the electronic voting system and elected a 12-year-old boy as president. Millions of workers lost their jobs when the
Alright, that kind of worked, I guess.
The Collective is one of the most dangerous criminal
Alright.
You should get rid of that.
Elena, Alec, Peter, Alec, I hear bad things about Neon. I don't think it's harmless as people say it is. Please, Alenka, just because you got invited somewhere doesn't mean you have to go.
Highly recommended.
I guess the cops weren't called. So I did what I was supposed to do.
Security Council Resolution 3507, also known as the Human Restoration Act. This legislation, if passed, calls for the removal and downgrading of all overly powerful, unlicensed augmentations.
I don't remember how I got this code. Mr. Prybill, I know you have clear information on what has happened. In a recent raid upon the offices of the Foundation for Augmented Advancement, an activist and fundraising organization with ties to ARC and other suspected... Give me a second. ARC and other suspected terrorist organizations, the state police discovered your parents' names among regular contributors. For this reason, both Mr. and Mrs. Prybill have been summarily departed by the Udalek complex and are unable to leave due to legal restrictions on augmented individuals in place of by the authorities in Prague. By law, the property of terrorist colluders is subject to full seizure. Although I have managed to obtain a moratorium on the confiscation of the parents' condominium and most of its contents, namely for the future sake of the sister Natasha, with no surviving family on the father's side and close relatives on your mother's side being currently untraceable, you are considered to assume the role of Natasha's legal guardian if mutual agreement is established. On our parents' behalf, I am instructed to ask to leave your studies and return to Czechia to take care of her. In the event of you becoming your sister's legal guardian, the condominium and its associated storage locker, code 2913, will remain in your possession until your sister's 14th birthday, or until your parents' official release from Golem, whichever comes sooner. Since you have no legal claim to the condominium, in the event you move out before the end of the moratorium period, it could and may be seized immediately by the state and the abandoned property. As has become increasingly common in Udalek, I have been unable to contact your parents since their deportation to the complex. The authorities assure me all is well. Should you decide to return to Prague, you have 1 week to make your decision and return to occupy the condominium. Otherwise, all property will be confiscated immediately and your sister will become a ward of the state. Please let me know your decision as soon as possible. From Ivan to Pierre, I'm a Pete. You probably heard there was another bombing in Prague. Me and Ned are fine, but the city is trying out a new system where after a terrorist attack, all the schools move to stadiums and the kids camp out there for a week under the protection of soldiers or something. It might be the National Guard, but I don't know. Even the police over here look military strength. It all seems pretty extreme to me, but everything in these days. At least it keeps the parents from freaking out. Which is why I'm writing. For the first time since I moved here, I'm home alone with no one to worry about me. As soon as that hit me, I felt so relieved I almost felt like crying. Actually, I did. There's no point pretending I'm okay with this. No exaggeration, Pete. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Sometimes I think I would be better for Nat if I let her go to a foster home. Those people want to be parents, and they know what they're doing. Meanwhile, I keep hoping that someone at school is going to tell her about periods so I don't have to. She's only 10, for God's sakes. I'm freaking out. I don't know what to do. Evan. That sounds messed up. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to see you come back here, but we both know you're not going to. I've had so many roommates in my life and I've lost count, but in all in time, you're the only one who ever put a picture of this family on the wall. I can't pretend to know what you're going through, and I have no helpful advice to give you. All I know is that you're going to you're doing what you have to do. Trust yourself more. It'll work out. I was looking into maybe coming in to visit, but flights to Prague are a nightmare, and with all the security lockdowns and stuff going on. Sorry, buddy. Take care. We're all thinking about you. Pete. Okay.
Who'd come into our territory?
Start the search.
Oh shit. I shouldn't have done that. Even Probill to Romanek. Mr. Probill, thank you for your recent communication. On behalf of the Palisade Property Bank, I'd like to extend our sympathies for your situation. We can confirm that we've already established contact with your father's attorney and conducted the necessary steps to conclude. To include you as an interim legal account holder. Under the terms of the VIP account terms and conditions, you are entitled to proxy control of said box until your parent's situation is legally resolved. When you come to the bank, we can help by offering you some time with the Palisade representative that can explain how the bank works and what you need to know for interacting with our services. The code for your parent's security allocation is 0310, which seems really freaking bad to give a code inside a pocket secretary. Having said that, aside from any persons your parents may have advised, you are the only other person outside of the bank who is aware of the parents' relationship with the Palisade, including any and all governmental authorities. We at Palisade Bank pride ourselves on preserving the privacy of our clients. We look forward to meeting you and thank you for being a customer with the Palisade Property Bank. Thomas Romanek, Account Manager, Palisade Property Bank. Why did I punch that fucking wall? Come on.
I got nothing over here. The boss is depending on us. Keep going.
Like everyone is paranoid.
Wait, it's on that side, right?
Can't believe a word they say.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access denied.
Come on. Okay, so is this the way you go in by blocking the fucking thing? But I'd rather hack in. I'd rather hack in and freaking... I still have a... Yeah, I still have a multi-tool, so... Worst case scenario, I could use a multi-tool.
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Okay, so let's just okay. Shitting material. It's amazing that this is in the future, but yet you're still reading shit in magazines. That's one thing they got wrong. Read that. Okay, so it brings me back there. That's not what I wanted, but... Okay, so there's nothing here. There's a thing there, okay. Alright, so there's nothing really... Oh. Turn this off. Alright, so...
Anomaly detected. Trace program initiated. Access granted.
Alright, Moonbase, Bones, Little K. K is hanging antsy about the next issue. I told him to believe Moonbase. Seriously, there's a not leading... Seriously, how are we not leading with this story? Anyways, he wants you to come in and we can all talk about it. Just make sure you're not followed. Issue 67. Bones won't shut up about the Moonbase. Keep telling him about how we have no facts, but he just won't let it go. I want you to get back as soon as you can. I need to talk about the next issue with someone who cares about more than relieving some old cosmonaut fantasy. I'm assuming you just got something on Praha de Vaz by now. Join Samizdat, Angela Gunn to Little K. I have great amount of respect for you, for all of you, but I do not want to hide. You've changed your names, erased your past, left everything ink on underground. I'm not sure I have it in me to do all that. More importantly, I'm not sure it's necessary. I have my own ideas about how to make things better. Be careful down there, Suzanne. And know that I'll always be a faithful reader of the Samizdat. Really? Really? Will you be? Really? Alright. My camera seems to be a little bit off, but... Well, maybe not. Maybe not that much. Alright. So that's that. My inventory is full. Indeed it is. Indeed it is. It is really food. I don't want to use it. I want to... How do I drop it? Discard. Or... Is this red already? Yeah. Okay, there's something. So I still didn't find out anything. There has to be something in this fucking... There's a room right beside. I don't think I went there. I need to get something else, apparently. Oh, there. Okay, so that's just temporary. Okay. Why are you online? Sewer back. Stand up was 5 minutes ago. Blah, blah, blah. Inquire. There we go. I'm going to save it here and call it quits for tonight. I'm surprised I was able to stream this long. I'm not used to it, but... Alright, guys. Thank you for everyone that passed by. Real Life Dinosaur, thank you for passing by. Been a while. Really nice to hear from you. And I hope to see you again soon. I'm hoping that I'll be able to stream tomorrow night, and continue with Deus Ex: Mankind Divided, and hopefully I'll be able to stream a little bit more this week, since I am working from home. So hopefully everything will go okay, and hope to see you guys soon. Until next time, ciao.